Hi, I'm Terry Kyle, the Australian co-founder of WPX.net. We're an independent high-speed WordPress hosting company for solopreneurs, SEO and small agencies. Since 2016, we have been taking care of hundreds of homeless dogs here in Eastern Europe. And if you're not happy with your current WordPress host in terms of speed or support quality, you can head over to trustpilot.com and check out thousands of reviews from our long-term customers and see how we're doing there. Now, I'm with the beautiful Ivanka here. She's another abandoned hunting dog. And in another episode, we met Roger, who had one eye. He was actually in our very first episode of Dog Shelter Diary. People really love Roger, and actually I have good news update on his story in a future episode. So I'm with Ivanka here, and today we're going to meet Dexie, who is a little terrier, and we're going to find out that breed dogs, almost just as much as mixed breed dogs or what you might call a mongrel breed or something like that, have just as many issues with abandonment, abuse, and all of that sort of thing as dogs like Ivanka here or any of the other dogs as well. Dexie has a little bit of a sad story. She was a dumped pet, and we're going to hear about that some more when we meet her, but we think she has a bright future with us. So now we're going to head over, we're going to leave beautiful Ivanka here behind, we're going to go over to another yard, and we're going to meet the gorgeous Dexie. This is Dexie. She's about a 5-year-old terrier mix. And the reason I wanted to have Dexie in an episode of Dog Shelter Diary, hello darling, you sweet child, is that there's a common belief that shelters are full of only mixed breed, non-pure breed type dogs. And over the 5 years that we've been running the shelter here, we've had Labrador Golden Retriever, Pinscher, Pekingese. We have Tara, who's a German Shepherd mix as well. Obviously Dexie here, she's a terrier mix as well. So often dog shelters everywhere will have quite a few what we might call not pure breed dogs, but heavily breed kind of mix influence. The situation with Dexie was that she was a pet dog. And we know this because the owners actually came to the shelter here trying to offload her onto us. We were already over full. There are other dog shelters in the area, and we know they went scoping those out to try to offload their pet. And what they did, and this is very common around dog shelters, when the dog shelter says, no, we're just over full, which most of them are, they will just drive a little bit further away and dump the dog out of the car and drive away. Through all of that situation, Dexie came to us. She was very confused. She was very scared. She didn't understand what had happened. This was a pet dog who'd enjoyed being in a home with the safety and security of that, the regular food and all of that. And then one day that's suddenly all taken away. Of course, we take in dogs like Dexie, and we work on finding their forever homes. But so far we haven't had any luck with Dexie, and she's been with us for close to 2 years. Obviously she's not a big dog, and another general view is that smaller dogs are easy to get adopted from shelters like ours, for example. But we have Dexie and we have a few other smaller dogs here so far who haven't been successful. Dexie loves men. She's a real man's dog kind of thing. She's not as keen on women so much, but loves men, just loves to be around and quite cuddly. She's got a couple of little food aggression issues, which are very trainable and more common than we might think. But she's a really sweet, playful, social kind of dog. And quite often when a pet dog comes into a shelter environment, they struggle and they get very depressed. But Dexie has done really well. She loves the company of the staff here. She has her own space and yard to run around in, and she's doing well with us while we work on finding her forever home. So that's the story with Dexie. As with the other dogs that I talk about in Dog Shelter Diary episodes, I will update you on what happens with Dexie in the future. But all over the world, the dumping of pet dogs is a very big problem. And in a future episode, I will actually be in Netherlands, the country in Europe, talking to government people and people in animal welfare about their solution where they've largely solved this problem. And for example, in Netherlands, if you abandon your pet dog, and they're all microchipped there and it's heavily enforced, you can get up to three years in prison and €10,000 fine, and people have gone to prison for that. So they're definitely very much stricter on enforcement there. But she's a lovely girl, Dexie, and we hope to find her a great home soon. So that's the story with Dexie. So all dogs, this is a global problem, possibly can be abused, abandoned, all of the same things as just a rescue dog that you might think of. Now, in the next episode, we're going to meet Gracie, who is a 10-week-old dog, and she's quite unique in our 5-year history at our shelter here in Eastern Europe, in that Gracie is completely deaf. We didn't know at first because she seemed to react to sounds, but actually it was more like vibrations through the floor or the door of her quarantine room. And frankly, we just don't have much expertise or any experience because we've never had a deaf dog before. She's as cute as a button. She's the sweetest little thing. And in the next episode, we're going to find out how Gracie will cope with life as a deaf dog. So I hope to see you there.